Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Fantastic Fermentations YouTube channel, your home for all things homebrew. I am Ricky, and it's been a while. It's been over a month since I posted my last video, so I thought I'd hop in and give you some updates and a tasting note or two. So hang in there. Alright, before we hop into any tasting or any updates, I just want to say that I hope everybody who follows this channel is just safe and their families are well. I know we've had a lot of changes in the past month. My wife is going back to work, and currently I've been pretty much a stay-at-home dad of 3, and one of those being a 3-month-old infant, which has been pretty tough. That's why I haven't had a lot of time for videos, but I'm gonna have some time in the next couple of weeks, so you should see some content coming out. But let's jump into a tasting and an update on the last brew day. So the last brew day that I had on my channel was the Party Gal brew day, where I brewed a Belgian quad, and then I did a second beer with the second runnings. And a lot of people have been asking me about an update. Where's the beer at? What's going on? Well, I do have the second beer, or the baby beer, that came off of that, ready to drink now. The main beer, the quad, I actually racked that off out of the primary, put it in secondary on 3 pounds of tart cherry puree, where it's been sitting the whole time. This is the baby beer, or what I'm calling a Belgian amber-ish beer. It's just made from the second runnings. I took 2 ounces of some experimental hops that I had, and then I tossed in some, I think it was T58 fermentus dry yeast is what I used to ferment this. So it's a really cheap beer, because pretty much all I had to pay for was 2 ounces of hops and an extra pack of yeast. But I got this beer out of it, and as you can see, especially from now and from the thumbnail, the head kind of went down a little bit, but it's got a nice ivory head to it, nice copperish color, and you get the normal Belgian aromatics from it. So spicy, kind of clove, kind of phenolics on it, and the flavor, it's nice and light, but it has that Belgian character. So it's a really great Belgian session ale for no extra cost. So while it's very hard for me to tell you how you would go about making this beer without doing the Party Gal, I think it's kind of a roll of the dice. And if you're making these big beers, like I stated in the video before, why not go ahead and do a second runnings beer if your gravities allow. This turned out to be about a 4% beer, which is amazing to get that out of what I had. But the quad is going to end up being about a 10% beer, and this ended up being about 4%. So I'm pretty satisfied with it. I've enjoyed drinking it, and everybody that I've had over so far has enjoyed it as well. So if you're going to try the quad, you might as well pick up a couple of ounces of hops. You don't have to have the experimental hop I did. Use something that's traditional, like a Saz or something like that, and then throw in a pack of dry yeast, or get your other favorite liquid Belgian yeast and give it a go. But turned out pretty well. Another thing that people were asking me about was the MiniBrew conical fermenter that I used on this brew day, which was the quad, and that I reviewed in the past. And it's gotten some traction. Some people have been asking a lot of questions about it, and I've responded to most of them. So, but if you have any questions, feel free, drop them down in the comments, and I'll shoot you an answer to let you know kind of a little bit more in depth of how I've been experiencing with the MiniBrew. But first run went well. I did have a few leaks, but I mean, with one little Titan, it took that right away. It was great, you know, and dropping the yeast out and racking off of it into the secondary. So 0 complaints. I still am waiting to get some of my pieces together to build a CIP for the conical. So once I get those in, there will definitely be a video about that. But yeah, I say if you're looking for a really nice conical that doesn't break the bank. For $250, it's hard to beat that the MiniBrew. So go to their website, check them out. I'm sure they'll answer any questions that you have. But hey, step your brew game up, get yourself a conical. Another cool thing that's going to be coming down the pipeline is I'm going to be doing a giveaway. We are currently at a little over 400 subscribers, and we're coming up on 500. Once we hit that 500 subscriber mark, I want to do some type of giveaway. So every 500 subscribers I get, I want to reward everybody for taking the time to hang out with me and watch my videos and to share like they've been doing in the comment section. But I want to give back to you guys. So I haven't fully decided what I'm going to give away yet, and hey, it may be up to the winner, but I thought about giving away like my favorite piece of equipment, which probably going to be the thing I use the most, which is the bouncer. I use my bouncer beer filter after every primary fermentation just to clear out sediment, clear out hop debris, so that my beers come out, as you can see, nice and clear without having to do any gelatin fining or anything like that. So I may give away one of those, or it may be a beer recipe. So we can talk about that depending on the winner. To qualify for the giveaway, you've got to be subscribed, and then when I post that, once we hit that 500, I'll post a video saying that we hit the 500, and pretty much everyone who comments and likes that video will be qualified to win the giveaway. But maybe a bouncer, maybe a beer recipe that I'll ship to you. Haven't decided yet, but we can dive into that when we get there. So keep your eyes peeled and share the channel. Share it on your Facebook page, share it on your Instagram, your Twitter, just to let people know so that we can hurry up and get to that 500, and then we can give it away. Definitely giving away one. Who knows, if it blows up, we may give away two. So keep an eye out and look for that. So other than that, what's next on the horizon? I got some amazing brew days coming up that we're going to do. I will be brewing the Black is Beautiful recipe. If you haven't seen that, that's a recipe that everybody's brewing right now. Tons of breweries and home brewers are brewing it. Home brew shops have the recipe, and they're donating the proceeds to social justice in their local areas, and the breweries are doing the same. But it's pretty much a stout that everybody is brewing, and they're doing their own spin on it to help raise awareness and also to help raise money for social justice corporations or groups that are local for them to help promote change in their communities and in our community. So I am going to be brewing that beer, and maybe I'll have some friends over. We'll see, COVID permitting. But you can get that recipe from Atlantic Brew Supply. I don't know if they have a link up yet, but I will add the link, if they have it, to the description of this video. But all the proceeds for Atlantic Brew Supply are going to Color of Change, which is an organization that's local to us. I'm also going to be brewing a pale ale, one of everyone's favorite styles. But that Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. fight is coming up, so I decided, hey, I'm gonna do a nice punch-out pale ale for all my friends that I'm gonna have over to watch the fight in the backyard. So that's gonna be coming up, and hopefully we can battle this COVID thing back a little bit. I've got some brew days lined up potentially with some professionals that I can go in and hang out, brew with them for a day. I know on the Belgian quad day, you saw Jeff Lang. Jeff Lang is with Vicious Fishes. He's a brewer there, right here in Andrew, North Carolina. And he told me I can come out and hang out with him, brew with him for a day. So that's going to be something that's coming up in the near future too, as long as we can line everything up with, COVID and exposure and all this good stuff. But as soon as we got the green light, I'm going to definitely be doing that. So yeah, all in all, there's a lot of things coming down the pipe. Happy for all the people that have subscribed. Thanks for rocking with me. And hey, let's boost the subscriber number so that we can get to that giveaway, because I am excited to throw some things you guys' way. Well, until next time, and hopefully that's next week, because I'll be brewing one of those two beers next week. Yeah, until then, keep mashing.